Good morning, welcome back. It's Monday. Another post-race update. As you can see, the weather is absolutely miserable. The visibility is really poor. For any latecomers, it's gonna be difficult to make the way home now. But yeah, it's miserly rain. As you can see, the grass is coming up nice, so it saves me watering it. So post-race update, I'll do one every time we have a race. Yesterday we went from Wincanton. We was supposed to go from Froome, but I think Froome was busy. I'm not sure if there was an event there or there was too many libs, but there was libs where we were. There were 6 libs in front of us, so the birds weren't liberated in the morning, which personally I think it's best for them to go in the morning. They got all day to work back. Our first bird we clocked at 6 minutes to 5, sorry, 54. Patchy returns, we sent 15. We got 10 back on the day, and we had 1 this morning. Work back, 2-year-old cock. We're missing 4 yearling hens. We had 1 drop last night at 9:30 at night. Literally, I came up here just to, have a look, and she came in the pitch black. It was one of the hens that won the club 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it was a bit of a poor one, really. I mean, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. Everybody had poor returns. I won't say everybody. Some people had decent returns, but a lot of people in the club had patchy returns. My uncle had 9 out. One of the fastest had 10 out. Everybody was missing pigeons at club. I don't think anyone had full returns. But that'd be like that up and down the combine. We had 2 peregrine falcons around when the birds were due, which was a pain in the ass. My uncle had the same. He's about 3/4 of a mile down the road. They were out obviously hunting. So that's like that up and down here. I mean, the birds have obviously got to fly that gauntlet, which is difficult for them. So yeah, they liberated at 1:30. We got our first bird at 4:54, I think. I'll show you the results, but yeah, the returns weren't that great. It puts us in a bit of a sticky situation with the rest of the season for us, because we've only got, I think we got 6 yearlings left. All the rest of them are seasoned pigeons, 2-3-year-olds. There's pigeons in there that don't race that we just put in there from the old Woodward hens to keep the cocks happy, and there's 2 cocks in there that don't race anymore because they're past their best now. They're 6-year-old, so we thought we'd just retire them now. So we got about 10 pigeons left. So yeah, it's put us in a bit of a sticky situation for the rest of the season, because we don't really want a house full of, well, a loft full of yearlings for next year. We'd like some pigeons with a bit of experience in there. So yeah, I'll show you the results. So from Wincanton yesterday, 115 club birds. I think it was 870 combine birds. John Angwin had the first 5. Well done to John. Well done to everyone on the sheet. We had 6th, 8th, and 13th, and 15th club. The first bird, our first bird was our last bird last week, so you can't really tell who's going to be your first pigeon. She didn't have a race as a yearling. She's a 2-year-old. She was put back on the road, and she was our first bird yesterday, so well done to her. But yeah, returns weren't great for us, so we're 4 out. But it's what's on the sheet that counts, so well done to John Angwin taking the first 5. And we'll see what goes on. I mean, we do have a plan. I'll I'll talk about that now. So our plan is to basically, we're gonna finish them for a bit now. Obviously, keep them trained and exercised around the loft. Give them a few training tosses here and there. There is a Honiton combat race on the 26th of June, I think. And we do have 2 yearling pigeons in there that haven't had a race this year due to injury and being hawked. So it'd be nice to get them back in there in the combat race. So what we'll do is, I think we're discussing with my father last night, he actually suggested it, so I think it's a good idea, is to get them paired up again a few weeks before that that combat race, and possibly get the hens down on eggs, and yeah, get them going to that Honiton and see how we go from there. It will just be important for us now to get the pigeons that haven't had a race racing for next, well, obviously to get a race under the belts for next year as 2-year-olds. So yeah, it was a bit of a poor race yesterday, but you got to take the rough with the smooth in the sport. So there we go, guys. I'm gonna do an update soon on the clock situation. So we were on Brick-on for 5 years, and we've now switched on to Wincanton, and Wincanton is a really good system. So I'm going to do the pros and cons of each clock, and hope you enjoy that one. If there's any more content you'd like to see, if there's, you know, any videos that you'd like me to do on any of the pigeons or whatever, I will do some videos on pigeons that have been doing well for us, and, you know, the key breeders and that. So yeah, I'll show you inside the hens section. So these are the hens that made it back yesterday. Like I said, some of them don't race. Been here this morning and literally just give them some race mix with a bit more protein. They had a light feed when they came back yesterday. As I said, some of these hens don't race. That hen doesn't race, that one there doesn't race, and she doesn't race either. So we've got one hen, the blue-white flight hen at the back. She was hit by the hawk earlier on in the season, so she can go back into the Honiton race, get her back into training, and we'll see how she comes. Hopefully we can get into the last Honiton. That was the last hen that we saw last night at 9:30. She won the club 2 weeks ago. She's a good consistent hen, but obviously last night she done well to come back in the pitch black as well, which was good. Really pleased to see her. Her cock won the club last week. He's back. He was our 3rd pigeon yesterday. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just give these guys a good rest, good earned rest now, and just let them chill. The cocks are in that section, and we'll probably pair them back up for the remaining Honiton, but that'll be a couple of weeks before we actually prepare for that race, so they're on eggs. So there you go, guys. I will do, like I said, I'll do another update soon on the Brick-on clock and versus the Wincanton. And like I said, any more content that you'd like to see, just put a comment down in the comment section. See what I can do. That hen's been pretty good for us. She's been very consistent. The last 3 or 4 races, she's always been thereabouts on time. She's made the combine sheet twice, and she's always in the club result, apart from yesterday, bless her. But there we go. She was our first pigeon yesterday. So there we go, guys. I hope you're all having a good racing season. Well done to all the winners of yesterday, if you raced, and all the people that took part, and all your pigeons. Enjoy your birds, and hope you're all having a racing and breeding season. Cheers, guys.